Hello and welcome back to my little den. I've got something else to show you today. It's technically a modern purchase, although it's quite a few years old now. Links to other things I've shared on here before, and was a good buy from Toys of Tatooine. The boys at Toys of Tatooine are always good for unusual Star Wars collectibles. Any guesses as to what this is? The Yodel man who delivered it had a guess. He guessed that it was a football. He was wrong. Shall we have a look? Well, I needn't have worried about the packaging. Ben and Richard, always good at that sort of thing. What have I bought? Well, this is a 1/6 scale pre-painted vinyl model kit by a company called Polydata. Now, I remember these being sold in the 90s. I remember ads in the Star Wars magazine that I used to get. Never had that much interest in them. They did a whole range. They did Luke, Ben, I remember a sand person, maybe Orlando. Yeah, quite a few main characters. And they fall into that, I guess, Kotobukiya type. They're kits, but there's not a lot to them. Some assembly required. But I thought this would look quite nice with my Leias. I already have a boxed one. This stuff here is representative of the prop panel that I often mention on here, and I always quite like the art in a wonky kind of 90s way. Quite like the design of the box when it goes around. I don't know how this has ended up over here. It's got Japanese stickers, it's in European languages, it's got I've just seen it somewhere, the Euro sticker. But anyway, that's by the by. Let's open it and have a look. So we have the little Leia head. You can see from the outside, that's not too bad really. I've seen a lot worse. Got her body bits. Some instructions. Yeah, I reckon I might be okay with this one. I'm going to crack on and put her together. Okay, so clearly I thought this was a no glue required type deal. But that's because I didn't read the instructions. You need glue. You need to cut things as well. What do you need to cut? I can't see anything on there that you need to cut. And I guess I need to get my glue out. And some elastic bands maybe hold this together. Cool. I'll be back with some glue. Okay, here she is. Not going to lie, the waist and the head were relatively easy. Getting these arms to line up flat with the space that's been allowed for them, and this gun, getting this gun and these two hands to interlock together was quite hard. I very nearly thought, well, maybe I should cut some holes where the arm sockets are, and then you wouldn't see the join. But I think for what it is, it's probably good enough. I'm holding her very gingerly because she's still drying. But there's a few little kind of glue marks I just need to clean up because it got a bit faffy. But you know, I was trying to work with the reference on the box where she's got the gun to the left-hand side of her face. That clearly everything was pointing to having it on the right-hand side. I mean, this is obviously based on a very famous image of Leia peeping out looking for stormtroopers, and that shot of her, the publicity shot of her with her long-barreled sporting blaster pointing down at the camera. But yeah, I think this is quite a nice piece. The displayed legs are a little awkward. I think it might have worked better. Don't know. Not quite as dynamic as this. Sort of feels a bit weird, but I think she'll fit right in the display. But here's something I noticed while I was waiting for the glue to dry. Check this out. Cover art by Adam Hughes. I feel quite bad now that I said I liked its wonky 90s aesthetic, but Adam Hughes is one of my favourite comic book artists, and shame on me for not noticing his hand in this. I can sort of see it with the line work now, the dark lines around here. But he's a phenomenal artist who has a reputation for doing what they call good girl art. Pin-up style, strong female characters, and well, a little bit sexy. So yeah, this was created around 1996, and I've done a bit of Googling while I've been waiting for this glue to dry. He was at that point already a named artist. You know, he was doing a lot of work for DC. 1996 was just prior to when he started work on the covers for a run of Wonder Woman, which is quite famous. You might recognise some of those. But the piece you will know him for, if you're a Star Wars fan, is the Art Nouveau inspired Alphonse Mucha looking slave Leia, great pose, ornate border work. I think might have been one of the exclusives for Celebration or San Diego Comic-Con or one of those things, but yeah, you'll know that piece. So yeah, while I quite liked this, I love it even more knowing that Adam Hughes worked on this packaging. How cool is that? So do you want to see how she looks with Omo the Princess Leia's?